Nah, coba saya tunjukkan kepada Anda ya, Bill Gates ini ya. Bill Gates ini ya, waktu Bill Gates ini sudah warning berkali-kali kepada Donald Trump ya. Dan Donald Trump itu malah ketika Donald Trump itu keluar dari WHO, dari polisinya WHO, Bill Gates kecewa sekali dia. Ya, Bill Gates expressed disappointment with Trump's WHO decision and hopes it can be walked back. Nggak mah ya kecewa, tetapi itu terjadi. Ya, dong Bill Gates sudah kasih warning ini akan terjadi, tapi Donald Trump ya nggak mau. Dia lebih suka teori konspirasi dengan para pendeta-pendetanya itu kan pendeta-pendetanya Donald Trump itu kan yang suka bernubuat itu salah semua toh pendeta-pendetanya itu kan bernubuatnya kan. Nah, kita lihat ya satu video terakhir ya. Saya tunjukkan kepada satu video terakhir ini. Saya tunjukkan kepada Anda.
Many people could not have imagined. Work and socializing now mostly confined to home. Schools obviously closed. Most long-term plans canceled. And while some in the federal government seemed caught off guard, this very problem is something some leaders did warn about. One of the world's most accomplished innovators took to a public stage 5 years ago, warning about pandemics.
2015 Bill Gates ini sudah warning ya kepada Amerika, kepada pemerintah.
If anything kills over 10 million people in the next few decades, it's most likely to be a highly infectious virus rather than a war. We've invested a huge amount in nuclear deterrence. But we've actually invested very little in a system to stop an epidemic. We're not ready for the next epidemic.
That was 2015. Gates going public with the evidence showing the U.S. was not ready for this kind of pandemic. So as part of our ongoing special coverage, right now we turn to our report on these warnings, what they reveal about the U.S. response today, and more critically, how they can inform our approach in the future and potentially save lives. You know, of all the experts out there in areas ranging from medicine to disaster prep, Bill Gates excelled in several critical fields. Computer innovation, which requires original thinking, business, which excels on ruthless execution, and then his current chapter, public health philanthropy, where Gates takes on all kinds of medical challenges around the world with both his skills and his money. Gates became the richest person in the world by leading a tech revolution, and he became increasingly famous as a nerd with a can-do spirit. Here he was on David Letterman back in 1995, sporting a hard hat and lab coat.
What are the things that you've designed for the house that really you're very excited about?
Well, I've got a trampoline room that I can go and use.
A trampoline room.
That's right.
This is like an actual trampoline or like a computer trampoline?
Non-virtual.
Trampolines are not the item many billionaires brag about buying, but Gates isn't the typical billionaire, and he's different in ways that are especially relevant now. Take his intellectual hunger. The young entrepreneur once recounted how he vacationed only about once a year and used that time to dig into obscure academic research.
Like most of us, Bill says that he escapes the office about once a year, but that's where the similarities end.
I spend at least a week a year where I go off and just read
People's
PhD theses and new things that are going on in the field.
You got to read those PhD theses. This is one reason that Gates has seen around so many corners. He reads ahead into the research to see where things might go.
Melihat dari berbagai sudut, ya, dia sudah menjajaki semuanya. Makanya dia bisa mengestimasi. Intinya begitu ya.
The Gates Foundation presents ideas, papers, and money, as you've probably seen, to governments around the world. And Gates has had his own run-ins with Donald Trump. At one foundation meeting, Gates recounted a classic story where Trump was attending a horse show in Florida. Gates' daughter was there too. And she noticed that Trump took an extra car ride to leave the area so he could make one of his special helicopter entrances at the event. This is footage MSNBC's Chris Hayes first reported.
Like 20 minutes later, he flew in a helicopter to the same place. So clearly he had been driven away, but he wanted to make a grand entrance in a helicopter.
Now, whatever Gates thought of Donald Trump's attempts to impress, Bill Gates still took the opportunities, controversial or not, to advocate pandemic policy with Donald Trump. Here they were at Trump Tower right after Trump's election in December 2016. Gates explaining he was pushing science and health policies at that very meeting.
I saw him at Trump Tower. I said, hey, science and innovation is a great thing. You should be a leader who drives innovation. And that conversation was about a broad set of things in energy, in health, in education.
People have all kinds of ideas. Few get a private audience with the president. And while Bill Gates is not out here telling everyone, I told you so.
I told you so. Aku sudah bilang sama kamu loh.
Listen to Gates'
Udah warning berkali-kali sebelum itu kejadian.
We need to get going because time is not on our side. In fact, if there's one positive thing that can come out of the Ebola epidemic, it's that it can serve as an early warning, a wake-up call to get ready. If we start now, we can be ready for the next epidemic.
It was time to get ready. Many governments didn't listen or didn't want to spend the money. Gates specifically outlining the type of potential virus that would be most infectious. Notice how it eerily predicts parts of COVID transmission.
You can have a virus where people feel well enough while they're infectious that they get on a plane or they go to a market.
You yourself can be carrying it. You might not even know it. That'd be the worst thing in the world is to go to church to worship and to sit next to someone and infect them.
That was crucial knowledge. And regardless of the saying that you may have heard, knowledge actually is not always power. It really depends what people do with knowledge. Gates took his knowledge and he went back to meet with Donald Trump.
Masalah pengetahuan ya.
In
Dia sudah
2018,
tahu.
he advocated the Trump administration get serious and back a universal flu vaccine. He tried to prod the president with a kind of flattery, saying a universal flu vaccine could be kicked off and energized by you, Mr. President. What a great legacy. Now, Gates later said Trump sounded interested, but there wasn't much progress. We can tell you by September of last year, Trump signed an executive order that created a flu vaccine task force, but it was headed by someone already on the job, Health Secretary Azar, and that effort didn't come with any legislation, let alone any new money to prepare for pandemics. Now, Gates also says Trump offered him a possible role as a science advisor, something Gates declined in favor of just actually offering the science advice publicly and privately that we're telling you about. Now, the government can take it or leave it. This is Gates' exact role today, and he's speaking out again now with advice for anyone who's listening, and it includes rebutting some of the newest claims by President Trump.
It's very irresponsible for somebody to suggest we can have the best of both worlds. What we need is the extreme shutdown so that in 6 to 10 weeks, if things go well, then you can start opening back up. It's very tough to say to people, hey, keep going to restaurants, go buy new houses. Ignore that pile of bodies over in the corner. Just, we want you to keep spending because there's some, maybe a politician who thinks GDP growth is what really counts.
That was a stark way to put it. Gates was saying that as the body count rose, but before videos and pictures like this went viral, the footage of the human wreckage of this virus in America, a country that has so much money but is reduced to scenes like this. Now, since Gates' expertise stands at the intersection of innovation, business, and public health, it's worth noting that he's one of the business titans emphasizing that while the economic toll is severe, that comes second to the challenge that cannot be reversed. This virus continuing to kill so many people.
It is really tragic that the economic effects of this are very dramatic. I mean, nothing like this has ever happened to the economy in our lifetimes. But money, bringing the economy back and doing money, that's more of a reversible thing than bringing people back to life.
Yeah. That is a fundamental piece of wisdom from a very rich man. Your life is worth more than all the money in the world.
Uangmu lebih berharga daripada uangmu. Hidupmu lebih berharga daripada uangmu.
Without flaunting it. As the great Andre Benjamin once put it, Bill Gates don't dangle diamonds in the face of peasants when he's micro-softening the place. Consider your surroundings or you leave without a trace. The point is real strength doesn't need to flaunt itself. And considering your surroundings is crucial for staying alive. That applies to staying safe right now as well as preparing for the next pandemic. As Gates also explained back in 2015, as he would later try to warn Donald Trump, the medical science shows a path for what we all need to do. And with that in mind, tonight, Bill Gates gets the final word.
The problem was that we didn't have a system at all. In fact, there are some pretty obvious key missing pieces. We didn't have a group of epidemiologists ready to go. A large epidemic would require us to have hundreds of thousands of workers. The failure to prepare could allow the next epidemic to be dramatically more devastating than Ebola. It didn't get into many urban areas, and that was just luck. Next time, we might not be so lucky. It would spread throughout
Dari
the world
2015
very,
ya,
very
itu sudah di
quickly.
warning
If
ya.
we start now, we can be ready for the next epidemic.
Oke.
Hey there, I'm Chris
Jadi
Hayes.
begini saudara ya, kesimpulannya itu begini tadi. Video pertama, si Bill Gates sama itu ya, sama istrinya tadi yang pertama ya. Bill Gates dituduh naruh microchip ke dalam vaksin yang pertama. Tapi kan katanya kalau Anda lihat di berita-berita itu kan, Bill Gates itu mengaku bahwa di dalam vaksin itu ada microchipnya. Tapi kan tadi sudah diklarifikasi, nggak ada ide menaruh microchip dalam vaksin. Tapi orang-orang bilang Bill Gates sendiri yang mengakui, nggak ada, tadi Anda dengar sendiri. Karena Anda dengarnya dari mana? Dari YouTube yang nggak ada orangnya, yang nggak ada suara, yang nggak ada orang itu cuma membaca narasi aja tanpa berani tampak muka. Hati-hati dengan hal yang seperti itu. Terus apalagi dipakai WhatsApp di broadcast. Bill Gates mengakui bahwa ia menaruh microchip dengan suatu tujuan. Hati-hati. Yang kedua, video yang terakhir tadi. Bill Gates itu dituduh dia yang membuat virus itu demi keuntungan. Karena dia produksi vaksin juga, demi uang. Tapi Bill Gates itu seluruh warisannya itu tidak ada yang diwariskan kepada anaknya loh. Bahkan dia banyak bayarin hutang-hutang negara-negara yang kolaps tadi ya. Dan Bill Gates itu charity-nya itu luar biasa sekali. Lebih daripada gereja-gereja yang berbahasa sandalawas dan bernubuat itu. Dia melakukan diakoni yang luar biasa sekali. Nah, hatinya tidak sama sekali melekat pada uang. Hati Bill Gates itu, ya kan? Dan yang ketiga, bagaimana orang yang sudah warning, nanti ada pandemi loh. Malah Anda tuduh dia yang bikin virusnya. Dia yang warning, malah dia yang dituduh. Kasihan amat, dia warning, dia dituduh, dia siapkan semuanya, dia bersiap-siap, malah gara-gara dia siap-siap, malah dia dituduh. Anda berdosa loh. Anda sedang memfitnah orang. Gereja-gereja Anda sedang berdosa loh. Anda sedang memfitnah orang yang sedang melakukan apa yang menjadi kehendak Tuhan. Sementara Anda sibuk bikin isu, bikin gosip, nakut-nakutin. Anda lah teroris yang sesungguhnya. Nakut-nakutin tanpa memberi solusi. Ya kan? Solusinya bolak-balik ya. Tapi masalahnya pakai herbal. Tapi nyatanya nggak ada yang berani ngomong. Bahkan gereja pun nggak berani ngomong. Ada berapa banyak dokter di gereja? Nggak ada yang berani ngomong. Tunjukkan wajahmu, bikin siaran, ya kan, pakai channel-channel yang resmi, yang jelas. Tunjukkan bagaimana cara menghasilkan gini alternatif, tanpa harus mendeskripsikan pemerintah. Pemerintah mau vaksin, tapi mereka bikin channel. Ini cara dengan herbal, pencegahan di rumah. Bagaimana mencegah corona di rumah. Gereja melakukan sosialisasi itu diterbitkan oleh situs resmi milik gereja, supaya jemaat percaya. Jangan pakai hoax-hoax, karena gereja tidak pernah melakukan itu. Ya, dokter-dokter yang Kristennya pada nggak berani, semuanya tutup muka, yang katanya ahli-ahli kimia semua, kalau ngomong cuman ngomongnya pakai topeng, yang kalau suruh ininya pakai nama palsu semua, tapi Anda berani cerita hoax. Nah, itu Anda berdosa loh. Orang yang sudah warning malah Anda tuduh, orang yang sudah siap-siap malah udah dia kasihkan uangnya semuanya, Anda malah tuduh. Anda pendeta-pendeta kaya-kaya raya semua Anda sebarkan hoax bahwa itu antikristus. Anda sudah jual belum? Ya, pertanyaan saya kepada Anda yang nanti, Anda sudah jual harta milik Anda semua belum, bagikan pada orang miskin? Pak Paulus sudah belum? Sudah. Kan saya sudah bolak-balik bilang 2013 awal saya kasihkan semua. Ya, kalau nggak percaya tanya Ibu Aning Rumah Shalom itu. Saya kasihkan semua habis-habisan. Kasih semua, saya tidur di lantai sampai dipinjemin kasur. Jadi kalau ada apa-apa sudah melakukan, sudah melakukan. Jadi saran saya adalah Anda harus lihat ketika orang ini bernubuat mengatasnamakan Tuhan, Anda uji ya semua nubuatan-nubuatan dia yang sebelumnya teruji enggak? Oh, teruji Pak, dia sering bernubuat untuk masa depan Pak. Waduh, ada teman saya suka kasih nubuatan-nubuatan masa depan. Saya tanya, orang ini siapa? Kamu kenal orang ini enggak? Kamu tahu enggak nubuatan dia satu persatu digenapi enggak? Enggak, nubuatannya masa depan semua. Aduh, jangan percaya. Ketika para nabi itu bernubuat di dalam perjanjian lama, dia bernubuat untuk hari itu dan dia bernubuat untuk masa depan. Nabi ke-26 juga, hati-hati Anda bernubuat untuk hari itu dan untuk masa depan. Karena hari itu nubuatan Anda diuji, benar apa enggak. Bernubuat terjadi, ya beberapa tahun kemudian terjadi. Kemudian ada tarik yang panjang, baru Anda boleh percaya. Jangan orang kadang dia sering pakai nama Tuhan, terus dia macam-macam terus diviralkan. Asal viral pasti benar. Oh salah. Makanya Anda viralkan. Anda setuju dengan saya viralkan. Karena orang Indonesia saat ini asal viral pasti benar. Nanti saya kasih nubuatan saya ya. Saya bikin video. Nanti malam atau besok saya upload. Viralkan tuh. Saya kasih nubuatan lagi tuh. Nubuatan Nabi ke-26 nanti tentang vaksin corona ini. Saya senyum-senyum bukan saya bercanda, saya serius. Saya kasih nubuatan kenabian nanti besok. Saya kasih suara kenabian tentang vaksin corona nanti. Ya. Nanti teman-teman kan bisa cek semua nubuatan saya dari dulu kan terjadi apa enggak, penuaian oleh YouTubers. Mulai terjadi kan, mulai kelihatan kan, tiba-tiba bangkit YouTubers, tiba-tiba orang-orang itu mulai banyak dipanen di YouTube. Ya kan? Terjadi itu nubuatannya itu dari tahun kemarin itu.